So I want to welcome you all back to the post-break event. We're going to have quite a few sessions that'll be super fun, super interesting, commerce, advertising. You're going to learn from some of the most innovative companies and some VCs. After we have also some fast and cools that are fascinating. And then we have lunch, and then we launch right back into a series of sessions that are mind-blowing as well. I want to remind you that we have so many pavilions. We have almost 35 companies that are presenting outside, and they're pretty wonderful. They're to my side over here where I'm pointing, all the way to the entrance. And hopefully you'll visit each and every one, get to know them, get to love them, and figure out ways to do business with them, help them do business, help them with financing, get involved yourself as an investor. If you're presenting today and you want to run your presentation by an expert, we have the wonderful redhead, Edith the redhead. And she's here, you can see her in this beautiful emerald colored dress. She'll be over right behind us in the XCon Executive Connection area. Feel free to just drop in and talk to her. Run your presentation by her and get a few tips and ideas as to how to be even more excellent in getting your message across. Thank you, Edith. Also, I want to introduce to you Ari Rashti from our team. He runs Executive Connection. If Ari's in the room, you raise your hand. Okay, he's wearing a pink shirt, and he's running Executive Connection. If you want to meet with a funder or a VC, talk to him, and he'll see if he can work you into the schedule. It's quite a packed one. I'm proud to say we're practically sold out, as it were, or seated out. We've managed to book everybody to see VCs throughout the day, which is a really great thing because in years past, we did not focus on that as much, and now we are. We responded to the questions and the needs. As we continue on, we're going to have a wonderful session now with the CEO of a great company called Applause. And with that, we're going to transition right into a great set. And Frank, if you would let us know how we feel when we hear the word applause. We've had a lot of fun with the music this year, and we're taking it out to another level. So come on up, Roy, and tell us why you call your company Applause. Every time we do it, I want to just clap. Well, what's the reaction I should have when I hear your name?
Clapping is the right reaction.
Okay. Well, then tell us all about it. Thank you very much.
Hi, everyone. Do I have the deck ready or no deck? Music down? Okay. No deck? So I'll just start in the meanwhile. So my name is Roy Solomon. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Applause. Applause is in the app quality business. Basically, we help companies, mostly developers and product managers, build applications that their users love. I'll start with a few trends that basically affected our business in the last 6 years since we started. As we all know, applications are a crucial part of how we interact with different brands as consumers. From retailers to media, your bank account. It's a crucial part of what we do on an ongoing basis. But it's becoming more and more challenging to build applications that really make a difference, that really delight our users. The thing with mobile applications in the App Store that it made the user voice more crucial as part of the transactions. Today, users see what other users think about your application before you download the app. So, and obviously, they have the power of social. So if you do have issues with your application, it's becoming more and more important to first understand what's going on, what your users really think about your app, and then react to it very, very quickly. So 5 things that really help us grow as a company. Obviously, millions of applications and the number just growing across different platforms, which means it's very competitive. It also, the switching costs are very, very low. I delete an app in a sec and move to the next one. The device fragmentation for developers is really a big challenge, especially as the platform continues to grow. Now we have watches, connected cars. Making sure that your application works across different applications on an ongoing basis is a pretty big challenge and an expensive one. And it's not just mobile anymore. We work with BMW and Ford to make sure that their next generation heads unit actually react and connect correctly with your application and really evolve the way you as a user interact with your car. And lastly, it's about the speed. Today, the most successful companies are those that can really iterate with the market in a very efficient cadence, meaning continuous deployment, ship your product and changes and features on a daily basis. If you're on mobile, ship it at least on a weekly basis. And it sounds easy, but in reality, that process has a lot of challenges. So that's why we started. We called ourselves Applause because we want to help the companies that work with us to get applause from their users. We started in 2008 in Israel. We moved to the US quickly after. Today we are about 300 employees, headquartered in Boston, offices in San Francisco, and now in LA as well. And this is what we do. Basically, we create a product that consists out of 360-degree view of quality. We do it in 2 major ways. One, through testing services of our community. We build the world's largest community of professional testers. Those testers can test your application 24/7. Think about it almost as cloud computing, just powered by people and the tools that we provide them. And we can build teams really related to what you're trying to achieve with your application. If you are a company out of Israel, but your target audience is people in downtown LA in the fashion industry, we'll make sure that your visual testing team consists out of people from LA with fashion expertise, and they will integrate into your software development lifecycle to give you actionable feedback on an ongoing basis. This is the slew of services that we offer today, and we keep growing those offerings because the most important thing is having access to that community and be able to get them in, onboard them, train them, grade them so we know who are the best testers for any type of an assignment for any time at any location. And the second part of what we do is around tools. So we incorporate our own technologies within your applications. We have an SDK. Once that SDK is within your application, either in test or in production, we measure what's going on with the app, when it crashes, when there are UI issues, when there are functional issues or functional errors, and we take that data in real time, push it into your developers so they can fix it in almost real time, and the overall experience that your users get is much better than in the past. Another tool that we released recently is called Applause Analytics, where we actually analyze what real users are saying about your applications in the App Store. We do machine learning and natural processes learning to take any text within the iOS and Android app stores, any type of review, correlate that review with a cluster of quality, and measure that on an ongoing basis, and we can tell you how your app compares against your competition in various aspects of quality. If you have problematic version, what are the things that your users care about the most, and if your competition released a new feature that really makes a difference in terms of the App Store review. So a lot of rich data that your product guy or development guy can incorporate within their internal processes and overall improve their application. That's the process that we incorporated over the last few years. We're trying to really create a process where we are a natural extension of your development and QA teams and complement their internal abilities with a lot of external feedback that eventually make a difference in the App Store. Those are the 4 different categories that we're pretty strong at. Now we're trying to penetrate additional categories like banking and automotive, and that's Applause. If you have any questions, feel free to grab me after. I'll be happy to share.
So, applause.
Thank you.
I love the name, and it's always don't ever leave that name. It's just a great
Costs
word.
a lot of money, like
I know all good names are worth protecting with a lot of money. I want to give you one of our signature pieces. It's a Dosh Shrulik piece that you'll enjoy because it's emblematic of Israel. And thank you very much.
Nano Dimension, a new dimension for innovation.